So here's another question that I get very often from students who have just completed their IELTS exam, and they come out of the examination room and immediately start texting me or sending me a WhatsApp message saying, and this is specifically for the speaking task. So here's the one which says, I was very nervous during the first few questions in my speaking task, and I fumbled a lot and had gaps. But later on in part 2 and part 3, I spoke fluently. Will just one or two questions affect my score a lot? Now, again, speaking is a bit different from writing. It is evaluated based on your speaking abilities throughout the exam. So if the first few questions are generally quite easy and they're meant to just make you a bit relaxed during the exam. So they'll ask you things like, what's your name and where do you live? Do you like where you live? Things like that, which are very simple, which you don't have to think a lot about, right? And they are just to make sure that you are a bit relaxed during the speaking exam. If you fumble a little bit, generally that happens because most of the students are very nervous. Everyone, including me, when I went for my speaking test about 10 years back, I was a bit nervous, right? That you have butterflies in your stomach and you kind of feel whether you're going to make it or not. Even if you are able to speak English properly, you feel like maybe you'll just forget how to speak when you're in the examination room. That happens to all of us. So if you mess up the first few questions, that's all right. It's not a very big deal, because if you later on in the exam, if you are able to regain your confidence and you're able to speak properly and show the examiner a variety of the range of your vocabulary and your grammar, and you're able to speak fluently later on in the exam, you should be judged on that part more. The examiner has that ability to adjust his examination style to take into consideration all the good things that you've spoken towards the end of your exam, and not penalize you just for the first couple of questions that you fumbled because you were a bit nervous in the exam. So don't worry about it. If you performed at a level 8 towards the end of your exam, you should get a level 8 in your speaking, even if you fumbled a little bit in the earlier part of the exam. So good luck.